Hello, my name is Douglas and welcome to another installment of Cooking by the Book. This is where I run into our collection, I find a cookbook, I try it out, and we see what happens. Today I'm really excited because I found The Ultimate Book of Chocolate by Melanie Dupuy. During holidays and birthdays, what better thing to do than make things even harder for yourself? But luckily, this book makes it easy for us. It is a beautiful book. It's got a lot of tips and techniques in the front. So we are going to start with the basics today. And then the book gets more complicated. So if you want to make truffles and you want to make something more exotic, if you work through the book, you're going to be able to make some really wonderful things. But to keep this simple, and since I am new at chocolate, we are just going to make a chocolate slab. We are going to decorate it with a lot of different things. We are using our own ingredients. We're going to make this wonderful to be able to package and give to people as a present, and they are going to love you for it. I have white chocolate with me today. I'm going to be tempering, and the process behind tempering, I'm going to be using the double boiler method. Let's get started. I have heated the water in my double boiler, as you can see, and I hear it boiling now. So I'm going to add the top boiler. I have a bowl of white chocolate. Now remember, you want to use good quality chocolate. What you're looking for in the ingredients is the cocoa butter. The better quality of your chocolate, the easier it's going to work with. The other nice thing about using quality chocolate is that you could buy candy or a candy bar for your friends. If you make this, you know what ingredients you're putting into it, and it's going to make a wonderful gift. I am just going to tip probably about 3/4 of my chips. I'm using about 10 ounces. I'm using a 10-ounce bag right into the top part of my double boiler. And I tipped that right in. I'm leaving some reserved for the cooling process. And right now, I am just going to work with this chocolate. I hear the burbling, which is a good sign. And when this is a little bit melted, we will do our next step. And now I'm just going to tip some more of my chocolate in here to help cool my chocolate. I want to just kind of keep stirring. I'm using a figure-8 pattern to kind of keep the motion going. The chocolate is now cooling, and it should be reforming into the shape that I want. I'm just going to tip the remaining chips into my chocolate. I can feel how the chocolate is moving through. I can see the additional chips kind of melting through this. And so this is kind of working pretty well. And as I'm cooling and mixing, I'm going to be ready to spread in just a minute. And now I am ready to kind of add this right onto my silicone baking sheet. I just want to smooth this out. The edges aren't really going to matter because when it cools, I'm just going to pull this up and I'm just going to break it apart with my hands. So because of that snap, I don't really need it to be a perfect square, but now I've got some nice swirls in there and I am ready to add some toppings. And this is where we can get creative. And like I said before, when you buy candy for somebody, you get a lot of preservatives, you get a lot of things in the candy that you're not sure of. With your toppings, you can make them as natural or as organic as you want. I'm currently using dried cranberries, I have dried banana chips, I've got some chopped up hazelnuts, and I've got some freeze-dried blueberries. And this is almost like your palette. This is where you get to be an artist. And you don't have to really worry about being, formal. You can just kind of scatter. Because what you're going to be doing after, when it cools, is you're going to be breaking this apart. So what you want is a little bit of everything. We added our toppings. We've got a chocolate slab ready to go. And let me show you something that I made before, just to kind of show you what it turns out to look like. And this is one that I made earlier, and this is a way that you can gift them. I used a decorative jar with a sealed lid, so this is a nice way to put them together. If you wanted to, you could put a ribbon on this. And this one was actually pretty easy. I didn't use toppings on this one. What I did was I used 10 ounces of dark chocolate. I used 1 cup of puffed rice cereal and 1/4 cup of dried cranberries. And instead of putting the toppings on top, I tempered the chocolate, and then I added the puffed rice and the cranberries into the hot chocolate and then spread it. So if you don't want to add toppings, this is another way. But as you can see, I have that sheen. I can pop it and break it relatively easy. And so then when you're ready to serve, you know, you can just set it out on a tray. But again, it can look pretty informal because I'm just breaking it apart into chunks, almost like a brittle or a peppermint bark. And this is how you make tempered chocolate slabs on your own. I would have to say I learned a lot by reading The Ultimate Book of Chocolate, and I do think that this cookbook is 2 thumbs up. I think it's one worth checking out, and you might make some fabulous chocolate treats for your friends and family. Thanks.